Hi, everyone. Welcome to the World of Dance podcast. I'm your host, Xander Dames, and with me right now, I have the two members of the incredible group, Oxygen. And let me tell you, this group it blew me away when I saw them on World of Dance on Tuesday. Oxygen was basically discovered through our World of Dance Championship week in 2019 after winning first place in the team division championships and moving forward to place third overall in the world championships. They dominated the stage in our live competition series, and now they are quickly dominating the NBC World of Dance competition. So here is Oxygen. How you doing, ladies? And congratulations on making it through the qualifiers. Your performance is absolutely incredible.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot to hear that from you. So
thank you very much. No, I mean, I was watching it and I was like, am I watching 3D? Like, what's going on here? Like, it was so crazy what you guys are doing. But of course, I mean, I know that you have preparations. So before we actually get this interview started, how about we, shake it off a little bit? I mean, I saw that you guys kind of had to shake it off a little bit before you started performing. So
yeah.
Make sure. Oh, and I wanted to ask you a very important question. Please tell me you finally got some rest.
Yeah, actually,
okay,
we did now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad because I understand that you don't sleep at all, ever. I mean, you're consistently dancing, so you're like, I'm wide awake right now. I can't sleep. So
that's exactly how we feel when we're doing a competition.
Yes. You know what? That's amazing. So I gotta ask. So we know your team is based out in the Netherlands. What was the travel process like getting to LA for the qualifiers?
We were in LA last summer, and we really enjoyed our time there. So we kind of knew what to expect from the environment. And actually, we went to the competition in LA with the goal to hopefully make it until to World of Dance, NBC World of Dance. And when we found out that we, were qualified to do the show, we were so, shocked and extremely excited. And from that moment, we started to prepare ourselves really good. And I think the traveling was a little crazy to go back earlier than expected. But we were so happy that we could come to LA again and, do audition for this show.
Do you feel the same way as well, Noella?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's.
I totally agree.
No, and that's incredible. It's one of those things where the traveling must be like, it must be hectic, because that one's kind of far. So I mean, it must be like a hectic thing for you guys. How did you prepare for this competition when you found out you made it on the show?
I think when we found out we made it, I basically called everyone to come to the school and to have a meeting, and then I brought them the news. And everyone was shocked but really happy. And then I basically told everyone, okay, I really want to go for this, but not like just go for this, but go for this like 1,000,000%. So, all or nothing. You cannot have a full-time job. We all had to make certain decisions to really come together as a crew and to fully put our mindset and focus into this. So a lot of people, made some changes to their lifestyle, basically. And from that moment on, we rehearsed every single day, basically. Yeah.
Wow. And did you know any of the other contestants when you were there?
I think we knew some of them, but not too many. But I think some of our crew members did know people, like they were like, oh, I saw this person on YouTube, or I saw this person dance for this. So it was funny to, meet everyone in real life.
Nice. How is being in front of the camera? I mean, do you ever get used to it?
I do. I love it.
She's like, I love it and the camera loves me. Where's my makeup? Where's my makeup?
She does love makeup, yes. She's a little bit the diva and the queen of the crew, so she definitely loves the glam.
The queen of the crew. You just got a nickname, or has that always been your nickname, the queen of the crew?
Well, from now on, I guess.
Yeah, the queen is actually new, but diva is something that we've been calling her already.
Okay. You're like, I need my water bottle. I need my this. Wow. See, they're already calling it out. I was like, yeah. yeah, duh. No, I'm just playing. So this season, things changed for the first round. Instead of performing on the main stage with a cheering audience, the setting was much more intimate. Was it like being up close and personal with the judges and being surprised seeing the judges for the first time? Or I'm sorry, what was it like that?
The thing was, what I remembered actually a few days ago was that before we entered the warehouse, the actual stage, one of the dancers asked me like, Jennifer, how do you want us to, walk? How do you want us to enter the room? And I basically told them, just be serious because our performance is kind of serious. It's not too hyped. So just relax and have like a cool face. So when we walked in, everyone was just like, hey, very dry. But it was because of the conversation we had before. But inside we were totally screaming. It was really crazy to see that we also didn't really give like a woo reaction. We kind of played it cool, which is not necessarily a bad thing, I think, because we were like ready for anything. But I remember that conversation and it was funny because inside we were totally screaming, and after we got off the stage we were like letting everything out, and
after you got off the stage, the real dancing started happening afterward. Like that was the performance, but the real like jumping around and everything is like, wait a minute, we should have done that. And
yes, exactly.
So I mean, well, see, the thing is, Jennifer, Noella looks like she's the calm one. She's probably like, I wasn't like that. I never did.
Well, I wanted to scream and I wanted to party and dance. I was so excited. But the thing was, Jennifer was having this conversation with us, so I was really focused. And for me, the moment when we walked in, I felt really lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Really lucky. Yeah,
because we also had conversations, actually, to be honest, a little confession. We had some conversations like, okay, we're going to perform in front of a panel, but actually we also kind of wanted the judges to see this performance because this performance, meant a lot to us. So it was, for us, it was really a lucky moment to see that they were actually going to see it.
Oh, that's good though. That's good that you guys were like mentally like ready for something like that. J-Lo was incredibly impressed by all of you. Within the first 5 seconds of the routine, she said, "Oh, I love it." Did you hear the comments the judges made throughout the routine, or do you stay in your element and focus on performing the entire time? Like, do you just have tunnel vision and you're like, we're just gonna like, we don't hear anybody except for what the routine's going on in our heads?
Well, for me, that is the case. Most of the time, I'm really having this tunnel vision and I'm really in the choreo and I wouldn't hear a thing, only the music, and just really focus on what I have to do and the energy. And that was it for me.
Yeah,
I wasn't really aware.
And I also can imagine because we're in this long line. So I think most of the dancers don't really see the front. And I think I was in the front, so I could see their response. I didn't hear them, but I could see. But obviously, I'm really focused and in my, character that, the choreo needed. So.
Nice. Well, what was it like to be one of the first groups to receive a standing ovation from the judges?
Well, yeah, that was really amazing. Yes. Same. I felt really lucky. Same. Grateful. I was like, wow. This is what we've been working for such a long time, and we are really working hard. We really do not sleep.
Well, I mean, that's you guys definitely cannot, you can't sleep right now, unfortunately, in that whole situation. So out of the, the other thing too that I noticed is that J-Lo was also saying that she has been trying to get her dancers to do, something similar to that whole thing, and you guys were able to do it. How did that make you feel? Like the fact of the matter that her professional dancers that have been working with her for God knows how long are able to do it, or weren't able to actually get it perfect, and you guys were able to get it exactly right. How did that make you feel?
I think that was one of the biggest compliments we could get, and so that was really, a big, clap on our shoulder, like, oh, wow, that's really something good. She really knows how much effort it takes to get something like this perfect, because it does. I think every moment we had in our hotel, in the bus, we were working on our fingers, the position of our fingers, the counts, the levels of the arms. It takes so much time to make it perfect, and for someone to actually realize that and to, give us that reward was really amazing.
No, without a doubt. And you guys did it so fluidly. I mean, you have this like incredible connection towards one another that I noticed. You all just completely connected with one another. There was no real disconnect. I mean, when people say you have to work as a team to make it happen, you all work exactly in sync and as a team, and it was amazing to watch. But what was your decision behind the first routine you performed for the judges?
I think we made this choreo before the audition already, but it was a longer version and it was a little bit less detailed, I would say. And from the moment we performed that piece, it meant something to us, and we really felt like it was giving audience that little extra, and people were feeling moved by it. So when I knew we were going to audition, I knew that was the piece that defines us best, and that was the piece we would have to audition with.
And was there like a specific comment from the judges that stuck out to you?
For me, Jennifer's last one, she was saying like something like, "I'm gonna keep my eye on you guys." So I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. And I think for me also it was, I think, something Derek said, because he said that he felt like even though he maybe have seen it before, like he was watching something totally new, and that's exactly what Oxygen stands for. So I was really happy to hear that as well.
That's incredible. I mean, like I said, you guys did an amazing job last night. And yeah, Jennifer Lopez, I mean, I think not just J-Lo, but the entire world is going to be definitely keeping an eye on Oxygen. Let me tell you that much right now. Now, it comes to the point of the interview where I kind of like to, ask a few really, kind of fast-paced questions to see exactly where your mind's at, where are you guys at. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Jennifer. First thing that pops into your head, go ahead and, put it out there. So here we go. It's called the rapid fire dance questions. So the first question is hip hop or contemporary dance?
Hate the question. I would say hip hop.
All right.
My roots. Sorry, Noela. Sorry. She's like, I'm disappointed.
We're done. I quit. Where's my water? So, freestyle or choreographed?
Choreographed.
In studio video shoot or location video shoot?
In studio video shoot.
Competition or showcase?
Competition.
Audience or no audience?
Audience.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Well, you are into TikTok.
I'm getting into TikTok, but
yeah.
I wasn't at first, so Instagram is still, my first love, but I'm going slowly transitioning to TikTok.
See, and the thing is that I've noticed that from a lot of people that I've asked this question to is, that like they're all going towards Instagram and not TikTok. I guess,
Oh, really?
Instagram. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I thought TikTok is like the new trend that's going on right now.
Yeah.
On it, especially like dancers. They would go on there and start, doing a bunch of like routines, but I guess Instagram is still the dominator right now. So
yes.
Healthy food or junk food?
Okay, junk food. I would be lying if I would say healthy food, but actually I should say healthy food, but
like I said, first thing that pops into your head, that's what comes out. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if it's junk food, now here comes the other one, chocolate or vanilla?
Both not, but I would say vanilla then.
You are just making it so complicated.
Yeah,
You're like, God, it's either one or the other. Come on.
Okay, vanilla.
Okay, so since you've been out here, In-N-Out or Shake Shack?
I never had Shake Shack, so In-N-Out.
Well, there you go. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll leave it at those questions right there. Now, Miss Diva.
All right, I'm ready.
Now we come to you, Noella. Here we go. And we start off with hip hop or contemporary dance, which I probably already know the answer to this one because you went like ballistic.
Yeah, well, it would be both, but I would choose contemporary.
There you go. Freestyle or choreographed?
Choreographed.
Choreograph yourself or guest choreographer?
Guest choreographer.
What is your dominant side?
Right.
Leotard and tights or sweatpants and a tee?
Sweatpants and a tee.
Nice. Stage production or audition space?
Stage production.
Movie or TV series?
Movie.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Another one. I'm just so confused right now. Healthy food or junk food?
Healthy food.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Awesome. Well, that's it for the rapid fire.
That was fast, right?
It was definitely fast. It was definitely you see Jennifer, see.
Sorry.
She's just so indecisive. She's like, oh my God, why these questions? Vanilla, chocolate, vanilla. I can't. I'll go with Chakilla. How about that?
Yeah.
Ew. No, that's really awesome, ladies. I mean, I gotta say congratulations on making it to the next round. I mean, I look forward to watching Oxygen. I'm like I said, the rest of the world is gonna be watching and keeping a close eye on you, just like J-Lo will be. So I mean, good luck with you. But before you go, I gotta ask, how can people stalk you on social media?
So you can follow us on Instagram at we.r.oxygen. And you can follow me privately on Instagram at Jennifer Roman and TikTok as well at Jennifer Roman.
Well, for me, Instagram, it's Noela Habets.
Is it Diva? It's not Diva?
Nah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm going to
Maybe
change
she should
it.
change it.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm going to think about it, but it will be NOELAHABETS on Instagram. See you guys.
Awesome. Thanks again, ladies, for being on the World of Dance podcast, and good luck in the duels. We'll see you here next time.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So now on the World of Dance podcast, I have James and Harris, and these guys were incredible on Tuesday's episode of World of Dance, dancing together since 2015. James and Harris are contemporary dancers and best friends. Growing up as male dancers, James and Harris have oftentimes had moments of struggle that have left them feeling lost. But the bond these two guys have formed through dance is steadfast, keeping each other balanced as they navigate teenage life and high school alongside one another. James and Harris are proud of how far they have come and hope to inspire as many people as they can through their love of dance. Congratulations, guys. He made it through the qualifier and off to the duels you go. And by the way, camera one right here. Okay, camera one's right here. There's no like camera 4, camera 5, none of that, Nah,
there's only one right here.
There's only one right here, So we'll just keep that. And I'm kind of curious, should I just call you James and Harris, or should I just call you like dudes?
Either way, I mean,
it's cool, so whatever.
Dudes, because I mean, you guys expressed that like dude,
Dude,
man. I thought that was like a California thing, but apparently it's like going to Washington now. So.
Oh yeah, we'll proudly take that one, dude.
Every time I hear that, it reminds me of Finding Nemo Crush.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get the brass tags here, boys. You guys met in ballet class. Is ballet the first style you two were introduced to?
Actually, no. I was first introduced to hip hop when I was around 5 years old, and I was like, I don't like dance. I just want to do my own thing, and I just wanted to like not be instructed, and I ended up staying in it because my mom was like, this kid needs a way to get rid of all his energy. So it was like the second week I was already getting reeled into for my love of dance, and I've been doing it ever since. And then I kind of started adding styles after that. So around like 6 and 7, I added tap and ballet, and then jazz, lyrical, and contemporary on top of that.
Nice. And was it the same for you, James?
Yeah, so I started around when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I started with hip hop. And then the teachers at the studio were like, dude, if you want to like take this seriously, you need to start like immersing yourselves in like the full variety of dance. And so I started taking ballet. My mom kind of forced me to take ballet. I did not want to take it, but I agreed to do like private lessons so that no one else would see me do it. And I ended up loving it. And I ended up transferring to my studio now, which is called Lager Performing Arts Academy. And they're strongly encouraging like building the versatile dancer. And that's like what our training is focused on. And so, yeah, now we're doing everything and it's really fun. I really love it.
Nice, nice. So what style of dance do you consider you're doing now?
Well, on the show, I say like it's a contemporary hip hop fusion kind of. Our first dance was more contemporary based.
Okay, okay. And do you both feel that way?
Yeah, it's kind of, it's hard because our dances kind of were all a little bit different in a sense, and like depending on the song, like it kind of had a different feeling and inspiration to it. So I would consider like the bass probably contemporary, and then a sprinkle of stuff here and there of other styles or influences.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we see you playing around with and being goofy with the cameras, obviously. do you ever get used to being on film all the time?
I mean, since I was a little kid, I've always loved the idea of having cameras on me.
You get out of here!
No, no way, no
Get
way.
outta here. I wouldn't even. I couldn't tell. Like, you know, when I watched the episode, you know, I mean, how much you hated the cameras. You're like, no, I don't want to be in front of the camera. No, get away.
I mean, you know me, I'm shy, but
yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
but yeah, it was kind of cool to finally be in the environment that I've dreamed of for so long, and it wasn't that I was super anxious. I was just really excited. So I was like, oh, there's a camera there, and there's a camera there. And the last thing I was expecting them to do was use that clip, but hey.
Hey, but you know the camera numbers, which is kind of like a lot of people were like, this guy must be in film school or something, because you know the camera is like 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 5. You know, it's like, what the heck? But no, but I mean, you know, obviously you're very comfortable.
I was just trying to, at that point, it was like right before we were going on stage, so I was just trying to give myself some kind of distraction to keep my mind off of like worrying about the individual steps of our routine or what I might have been stressed out about at the time. So that was just kind of like a little silly game I was playing with myself in my head. And then they ended up using it.
Nice. What about you, James?
Like with that whole camera thing,
you know, do you guys, because again, you guys like goofing around a little bit on front of the cameras, do you get used to getting filmed?
Yeah, I think we're pretty used to filming now, but that whole like backstage camera 1, camera 2, I just remember like, oh my gosh.
You're like,
a little bit. It was a little bit.
It was a little bit, yeah.
You're like, dude, shut up. Dude, shut up. Dude, shut up.
You're like, I'm trying to
because I was like, we're about to go on stage. I was like,
and this guy, and you're like, and this guy over here, he's over here like going camera 1, 2, and 3. What's the matter with you?
I just remember looking at James when we were doing that, and he was like super confused, and I could tell you were concentrating.
It's hilarious. No, that's really awesome though. So the one thing though, that as soon as they opened the doors, you entered the studio, you were very surprised to see the judges. What was your first thought when you saw them?
Crap.
You're like, you forgot about the cameras altogether. You're like, what cameras? What's going on here?
I was like, are they real?
Oh, yeah.
No, they were holograms.
No, really?
They just didn't tell you that, you know.
That's how it felt. Like,
that's exactly how it felt. I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, oh, shoot. Wait.
I'm surprised you didn't walk up to me like, can I? No, I can't. I shouldn't do that. I bet you were. I'm saying. I'm almost positive, Harris, you were tempted on doing that, weren't you?
Oh yeah. I wanted to go over there, and I was like, "Is this real?"
So I gotta ask, how old are you guys anyway? You know, because you guys didn't really mention it. You guys, I know that you guys are in school and everything, but how old are you guys?
I'm 17.
Yeah, I'm 17 as well.
Nice. What a wonderful age. I remember those days so long ago. So this season, things changed for the first round. Instead of performing on the LED stage with the cheering audience, they stripped the audition down to a small room with just the judges. What was it that like being in such an intimate setting with the judges so early on in the process?
It was pretty nerve-wracking, like especially after being told and processing that it was just going to be some random producers. It was definitely, yeah,
Like they lied to us.
startling. But Harris and I have been dancing for years, and I feel like, yeah, we were pretty nervous, but I feel like we do really well in our nerves, and we kind of help use that to build that fight and that kind of power behind our dancing. And with the lack of audience, it was kind of weird because we're used to like being performers and stuff, but it kind of let us show even more for the judges. And
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and ask Harris because he's very shy. So Harris, what about you? What do you think?
No. I would say, without there being an audience, it almost was beneficial for the qualifiers because we kind of only had to worry about one thing at a time, and it wasn't like a lot as much like I don't want to say that there wasn't energy in the room, but it definitely wasn't as overwhelming for our first performance, and I think that definitely cooled our nerves, even though we had just gotten that surprise that the judges were actually there. But I would say like the intimate environment definitely was perfectly suited for our first routine.
Nice. Well, to quote J-Lo, you have to earn the stage this year.
Definitely.
Do you guys feel that your qualifier performance proved that you're ready for the big stage?
Definitely. I think
we did. Yeah.
I think we brought something to the table that hasn't really been there before, like this pure like love and joy and like this connection that me and James have is super special, and I think being able to share that with the world was so special. And I think moving forward, I'd love to be able to do it on the big stage, and I think me and James have a lot to share, not only about our connection, but just about our lives and being male dancers and being who you want to be.
Nice. So, like before all this, I mean, where did you rehearse? Who choreographed your routine anyway?
So our really great ballet teacher and like mentor, Patrick Polkerbeck, choreographed our piece, and he was actually the ballet teacher that was teaching class the first time that we met. And so, yeah, man, starting in September, we just started creating these pieces, and especially during when our school had like winter break, would be in the studio like 5 or 6 hours every day, just working and training and pushing our limits, seeing what we could do, seeing what we can incorporate in these dances to really make it ready for the world to see.
No, and I gotta be honest with you. I mean, watching you guys' performance, I felt that it was a very how can I put it? It was a very intimate, very like a friend trying to console another friend from some sort of frustration. At least that's how I interpreted the dance to be, because especially towards the end where it was like, it's okay. He's like, and you were like, don't touch me, you know, and you're like, no, but I'm here for you. I'm your friend, you know? Yeah. So that was a really, I mean, is that something that you guys talked about for it to be, you know, to come out that way?
Well,
definitely.
Yeah. Cause the story wasn't really talked that much about on TV, but the main like intention and story behind the dance was pretty deep. I had a really close friend of mine since kindergarten who had taken his own life a few years back, and so the whole dance was kind of like my kind of story of dealing with it, and Harris was just the best friend that was really helping me come through and lift me up off the ground. I need his help. And yeah, it took a lot for me to kind of open up, and a lot for him to get into that character, you know. And so it took a lot out of us, especially to express that emotion and dance our life like dance everything that we like possibly had. But yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. Like, because I know that each dance has a story behind it. That's an incredible story, actually. And Harris, was it easy for you to go ahead and integrate, that, like, to go ahead and remember all the emotions you felt trying to help out your best friend, trying to like get him through the darkness that he was experiencing at that time?
Yeah, I would say it was a journey being able to not necessarily recreate it and in using art, like our art, but it takes a lot out of you to find that in yourself, especially under such high pressure and dancing in front of the judges. It's a lot to think about at once, but I'm just so glad that me and James were able to, even if the story wasn't necessarily clear for people at home watching, but being able to say it now, like, there's someone there for you, even if you can't see them, or even if you can't hear them. And if you don't know that they are there for you, there's always someone there. And being able to share that with the world, even if it wasn't clear, was like my biggest, I can't even, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. Being able to have that opportunity to share a story like that and hopefully touch others and just spread the word was so amazing. And I'm so grateful and I feel so blessed.
Nice. No, that's awesome. Again, it's an amazing story that you guys were able to tell through dance. One other man, I gotta ask you, because I mean, in one of the cuts from Tuesday's episode, I saw, I believe it was you, Harris. You were like surrounded by a lot of the other female dancers there at the time. I mean, what's going on there, guy? I mean, were you kind of like, so how you doing? I mean, was it one of those situations?
They're my friends. They're all my friends.
Right. Hold on. To quote Dr. Evil, right.
Is it this side? No. Yeah. I don't know. I just
put you on the spot right now.
No, it's like I talk a lot, man. I don't even remember. So
yeah, you look pretty comfortable there. You're like, well, I mean, what's up?
Yeah,
I'm saying, let me brush it off real quick. I'm here, you're here, we're here. I'm saying, so.
Ooh, smooth.
I mean, what's up with the numbers? Come on, No, that's really cool. I mean, but I mean, James. Where were you with all this? Were you just like on the side, but like, I'm about to get in front of the dance. I'm about to get in front of the dance. I'm about to get in front of what's going on. I mean, was that was that where your head's at, or were you just, or were you the more ninja style on the side, where nobody can see?
No, I feel like I was talking to the girls too. Not gonna lie.
No, James, that's when I was like, have you met my friend James?
Yeah. You're both kind of sliding in.
Wow, look at you guys, man. You guys are straight up, I mean, you guys really are a duo right here, I mean, like a dynamic duo right there, That's really cool. So in the process of making it into the duels, how did you take the judges' feedback?
Very deeply, yeah. We right at that moment, just everything we could do to really soak that in and put that into our next piece, because yeah, we really take our criticism very seriously, and we really want to show them that we can take those corrections and make our dance even better, make it more powerful, add what they want to see. And yeah,
and choreographically too, like I remember there were some details that were talked about in some choices that were made in our last routine that we can learn from, like being able to utilize more of the time and more of those moments where it's kind of ramping up, and being able to choreograph those moments stronger and add and just kind of put that seasoning on there and fill up all the time.
Nice. Was there a specific comment from the judges that stuck out to you at all?
Ooh,
the nerves in the beginning was definitely something that will not be a problem next time. And I feel like the nerves weren't crazy bad, especially unless like being there, but it was still a part of it. It was still there.
Yeah,
And
it was
I feel
apparent.
like next time we're going to be way prepared. Also, I'm not sure because it's going to be pretty nerve-wracking with the duels as well, but we'll definitely be on our A game. Yeah.
And for you, Harris?
Oh, you already know. We came to perform.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely the comment that stuck out to me the most was having those nerves at the beginning, and that's when it was very clear to me that you have to be ready for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the second we walked through the door, I was like you have to be ready for everything. Like you have to train for everything. Like all of the hours you put in are going to like to this, and you got to concentrate 100% of your power into doing so. Wow, man, I cannot talk today, but
you're still thinking about the girls over there, right?
I know, yeah. Look, you got me distracted.
I threw you off with that one, right?
You threw me off.
No, that's really cool, though. I mean, right, totally. Well, one of the things that I did notice is when Derek Huff he commented about that last part, or that portion where you flipped over and you were kind of like, he covered your head. I mean, what was like, listening to that comment like for you guys? I mean, was it something that you guys thought, okay, we need to go ahead and switch it around, play with it a little bit?
I definitely agreed with where he was coming from and how we really could have taken advantage to the musicality, but also given the story, it was like that was kind of him lifting me up, and I was taking a breath to. There's a deeper meaning behind the story that wasn't really expressed verbally to them, but definitely in the next dance coming up for duels, we're definitely adding more intricate things with the musicality, and we're taking all those corrections. But specifically for this one, I feel like that was just kind of a breathing moment to kind of connect with each other and connect with the audience and the people watching.
It was also a moment for us to take a breath, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you're like we're doing way too many like jumps, flips, everything. We need to like chill at the very end for the love of God. No, but that's really cool. You guys definitely brought a lot of energy to your performance. That's for sure. I was just like, these guys got some crazy energy, in their performance. So that's really cool. All right. So now it's time for the rapid fire dance questions. I like to go ahead and integrate a little bit of something in here, when it comes to this. So the first set of questions, I'm going to go ahead and start off with you, James. Make sure you go ahead and answer them, and just first thing that pops into your head,
Okay.
go with it. All right. So hip hop or contemporary dance?
Hip hop.
Freestyle or choreographed?
Choreograph.
In-studio video shoot or location video shoot?
Location.
Competition or showcase?
Showcase.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Ooh, I cannot choose that.
Come on, do it! Come on, do it! Do it now! Do it! Say it!
Vanilla.
There you go. Healthy.
Some.
Here's another one: healthy food or junk food?
Ooh, you know what? I would say junk, but lately I've been saying healthy.
Look at this guy right here, Mr. Health guy right here. All right,
who are you?
Right? I don't even know you anymore. I thought we were friends. I mean, I thought we had something now. You guys are out here in California. In-N-Out or Shake Shack?
In-N-Out, because I've never been to Shake Shack.
What?
All right. Well, we'll get to you in a second. Here's another one: Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Pepsi.
Nice. Harris is like, I've known you for how long, and I've never known this about you. Like,
who is this guy?
I don't even know you. I don't think we can.
It's better. I love Pepsi way better.
Nice. Well, all right. Well, that's it for that one. Now, Harris, it's time for him to get to know you now, man. Fire dance questions coming up. So here we go. Hip hop or contemporary dance?
Hip hop.
Freestyle or choreographed?
Freestyle.
In-studio video shoot or location video shoot?
Location.
What is your dominant side?
Right.
Leotard and tights or sweatpants and a tee?
Leotard.
Shoes or barefoot?
Barefoot.
Stage production or audition space?
Audition space.
Instagram or TikTok?
Insta-talk.
a new hashtag, Instatalk.
Yeah.
That's the new hashtag, Instatalk. We'll go with that. Wow, that was actually, I like that one. Healthy food or junk food?
Junk food.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Swirl.
A swirl.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Okay, but see, there's no option C though. It's got to be one or the other, man.
Okay, vanilla.
All right. In-N-Out or Shake Shack?
You know, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh,
I'm really sorry.
here we go.
Shake Shack.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can all unfollow me now. It's all over.
I already did. I clicked it right now. I'm not even following you, and I already unfollowed you. I mean, that's how bad it got. Pepsi or Coke?
I'm a Coke guy.
Morning bird or night owl? And I think, and I think, James, you might be like, since you guys are quarantined, you could vouch for what his answer.
Night owl.
Yeah.
I'm a creature of the night.
Now, this question I'm going to ask for both of you.
Okay.
And it's an important question. Okay. Careful with your answer. This is a tough one. This is a very important, tough question. Be very careful. Think really hard. Star Wars or Marvel? You see? Yeah. That's a tough one. Told you.
I gotta go with Marvel. I'm sorry.
I don't know. See, Marvel has like a variety to it, but Star Wars is just like the OG.
Yeah,
see?
that's true.
So,
Like, I can quote Star Wars more, but I feel like I get more.
No, Harris, you're done. You said Marvel. We're done.
I'm
There's
not
no
gonna
going back. There's no going back anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
Hey, get out of here, Harris.
Yeah, get out of here. Just leave the interview. We're done. So James, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
There it is, my man right there. That's good. But you know what though? I'm glad I'm not being asked these questions because at the end of the day, I would have to say, well, look at the time, we're done. So thanks. Well, James and Harris, thanks so much for being on the World of Dance podcast. Appreciate you guys' time. Before we leave, how can people stalk you on social media?
Ooh. So my Instagram is JamesAddis_, and my TikTok is jame.not.lame. So Jame.not.lame.
Ah, all right.
I have to pull up my TikTok because I don't remember it.
You're fired.
It's the same handle. So my TikTok and my Instagram, so you can find me on both platforms. It's Harris_Weiskopf, WEISKOPS.
Nice. Well, again, thanks guys for being on the World of Dance podcast. You know, good luck in the duels, and hopefully we'll see you guys here next time.
Awesome.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Thanks so much, Noella and Jennifer, members of Oxygen, and to you, Jake and Harris, for being on the World of Dance podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And remember to keep watching World of Dance Season 4 every Tuesday night on NBC. And don't forget to check out my other podcast, The Xander Effect, where I talk about entertainment, sports, and video games, play amazing music, and I also get to interview some incredible actors, artists, up-and-coming artists, well-known entertainers in the industry as well. But for now, remember, music always heals all. We'll see you next time.